Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree if you are new here, and in today's video I want to finally update you guys on the products that I got in my haul in July. So I'm going to do a little speed reviews, chat about the products, give you guys my updated thoughts now that I've actually spent some time with them, and let you know my thoughts. Alright, so the very first product that I have here is the e.l.f. Sun Touchable Whoa Glow Sunscreen. So I know when I very first tried this on camera, I wasn't 100% convinced that I liked it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it took me a while to really start to enjoy it. At first I was kind of like, it's fine, but it's not quite as hydrating as my NYX one that I love. And then over time, because I actually do every other day, I have a skincare in the morning that's a lot more hydrating than the other days. So I started to realize that, first of all, this sinks into the skin really quickly. And it also isn't crazy hydrating. So I started using it on those days where I was doing more hydrating skincare in the morning, and it was complementing it really well. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too overpowering. It's also great for those days where I need to get ready a little bit quicker and I don't necessarily have the time to put on my sunscreen and then sit down and do a more intricate eye makeup look to let that sunscreen really sink into my skin like I have to do with my NYX one. So I've been loving it for that, and honestly, as I've been using it more and more, it has become my daily sunscreen. Now, come to find out, I think, learned that the NYX SPF that I do really love is just not the best for being in my house during the summer. My house gets very hot. We have a portable AC unit in this room. We have a wall AC unit in the living room. That's it. Currently, it is 84 degrees in this room, and I had the AC running before I started filming this video. So my house does get very hot in the summer, and that SPF started separating. So I tried really hard to shake it up, didn't really do it. And so I ended up thinking, okay, maybe this one's just a little bit old. So I got rid of that one and I grabbed the backup that I had, and it did the same thing. And I tried really, really hard to shake it up. I was stirring it with like a little stirrer, and like I was trying really hard to like get it back together. And no matter what I did, it was super separated and everything. So I ended up just getting rid of that. And now I have just this one. I could totally see myself repurchasing the NYX one again come winter time because it works great in the winter, and my skin's also much more dry in the winter. But especially during the warmer months, this SPF has been great. I haven't had any issues with like being out in the sun, obviously, while I'm wearing it, but like my makeup looks really good over it. It works well with my skincare. I've just been really enjoying it. Next up is the Too Faced Italian Spritz Palette. Do I enjoy this palette? Yes. It smells really good too, like you would expect from Too Faced, right? Do I think it's like an absolute need? No. The shimmers in here are very interesting. They're very, very, very thick. Like, I barely touched my finger in there. And so don't get me wrong, there's a lot of impact to it, but the shadow itself is very thick. Like there's some weight to it. Which does make it a little bit more difficult to work with in some aspects, but it does have really nice payoff. I wiped it off. I don't know why I showed that to you guys. I'm just trying to wipe it off. Overall, I enjoy it. I'm glad that I own it. Would I ever tell any one of you to like quickly run out and go buy it? No. If it's something that like the colors really speak to you, like you really, really like the idea of it, by all means, have at it. But I wouldn't be like, oh my god, like you absolutely need to go get this right this second kind of thing, you know? Next up is the Morphe Continuous Prep and Set Mist. Now, I have for years been a fan of the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I use it after I have put on all of the powders on my face, and I'll kind of douse my face with it, and it will kind of just melt everything together. That's how I like to use that one. So I picked this one up to either try before I put on my primers or once I'm done with all of my creams before I set with powders. Either one. I like to put on some sort of spray on both of those steps. First of all, I just want to point out that I'm already almost done with this. Like, I can tell that there's not a whole lot left in here, which is frustrating. I have really, really, really enjoyed this. Don't get me wrong. I don't know that I would repurchase it unless it was on like a really good sale. You know, like if I could get it like 50% off, I would absolutely purchase a couple of them. But for the full like $18 that this costs, it's just not worth it to me when I can get similar for $10 from the NYX Bear With Me spray. Like, it's just not worth it to me. It's just not so revolutionarily groundbreaking that I think that it's necessarily worth it. But I'd totally buy it on sale. All right, the next product is something that I do not have. I returned it. And it is the L'Oreal Pore Minimizer. I will have a picture of it up on the screen for you guys, so that you guys can see which one I'm talking about. If you saw my haul, you saw the mess that was my skin that day, and I wasn't sure if it was the SPF or if it was the primer or if it was the foundation or just a combination of all of them. And so I set out to try each one individually with other products that I already know and love so that I could kind of get an idea. And well, it wasn't the SPF, and we're going to talk about the foundation in a minute. And so I finally tried the primer a second time, and I fucking hate, I forced myself to wear it through the entire day. I applied it a little bit differently so that it didn't pill up, which was good. Holy fuck, I've never seen my skin look drier, more textured, more crepey, more just dehydrated and just rough looking. My skin looked so incredibly rough, and there was nothing that I could do about it. Maybe if you have really oily skin, it would be great. Maybe if you don't like to set your face down with powders and you could just wear that underneath and provide some type of mattification without putting powders over the top, maybe it would be great. But for me personally, whatever little bit of pore minimizing it did not offset how textured my face looked around here, around my forehead. It was just so incredibly bad that I immediately returned it. But let's talk about the foundation, shall we? The L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation. First things first, this is a great shade match for me. But that's about where my appreciation for it ends, to be honest. It's really thin, like really thin. And I don't need all of my foundations to be super high coverage and everything like super thick, I don't need that. But this just was missing a lot for me. It was missing coverage. It was missing something to make it apply better. Like, it was always streaky when I applied it. No matter how I applied it, it would be really thin, really sheer. Like, sponge would just pretty much absorb it up completely. I have other L'Oreal foundations that I like so much more than this one that it's just not worth it to me, you know? I'm having this really weird deja vu moment where it's making me question if I've already filmed this video. What video did I talk about this foundation in? The only way I've been able to make this foundation work is to mix it with other things. And so for that reason, this foundation has actually already been sent off to my project pan to mix with a foundation that's in there that also needs something mixed with it so that they can just go be buddies off on their own in my project pan and like they can just go fuck off together kind of thing. Like, I'm gonna use it because I have it, but like, I still feel deep in my soul that I mostly regret doing this haul. Honestly, I do. Like, of all of the things we've talked about so far, the only thing that makes me happy was the sunscreen. I like the palette, don't get me wrong, but like, I can absolutely live without it. Like, 100% live without it. Everything else that I'm going to talk about in today's video, except for I think one other thing that I don't have with me, I'm happy that I picked up, but overall, like, I honestly really kind of regret doing this haul. Next up is the Too Faced Cloud Crush Blurring Blush, and I have the shade Golden Hour, which looks like this. It's a really pretty, like, baby doll pink with some gold reflect in it. It's not really like anything else that I have. One thing I do find very interesting is that the mirror like fogged up on its own. So I don't know if there's something in it that's emollient that makes it blurring, that's causing the mirror to fog up. I'm not sure. It looks fine and it smells fine. So it smells good. Did I just get it on my fucking nose? No. Okay. Well, that smells really good. Again, I don't know why I'm surprised from Too Faced. But first things first, packaging, stunning. Love it so much. Insanely pigmented. Like borderline scary pigmented. Have to be very careful how I use this. So for that reason, I don't know that I'd go out of my way to purchase another shade of it. Also, not to mention, like, originally I heard the word blurring blush and I was like, wow, that's gonna be so amazing. But then I realized, like, where I want the majority of my blurring would be right here, and I'm not putting blush there. So, especially not a blush this fucking pigmented. I like it. I think that there's definitely a lot of people out there that would absolutely love this. I don't see myself, like, fiending to go buy another shade or anything like that, you know? Now this one, on the other hand, I am absolutely fiending to go buy more shades of, and it is the it is the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush. So I have the shade Pretty Peach, which is perfection, honestly. So soft, like literally such a soft, beautiful powder, really finely milled, just not crazy pigmented, perfectly like glowy, but with a tint of color, and just, it's a fucking perfect formula. Honestly, it's right up there with the Milani baked blushes for me. It's fucking perfect. I love it so much. I absolutely cannot wait to pick up more. I've gassed that product up quite a bit recently. So next up is the JCat You Glow Girl Baked Highlight. This one's in the shade Crimson Gleam. Honestly, stunning. First of all, the press on this, fucking phenomenal. 10 out of 10. Beautiful, beautiful color. I do have to be a little bit picky about how I apply this. It's, as you can see when I kind of turn my hand to the side, you can see that there's a little bit of a warm undertone to it. Paired with the right blush and the right blush topper, it's not even really all that noticeable. It kind of just all blends together. It is a little bit more icy than I think I was originally anticipating for it to be, but I have been enjoying it. The only place I don't enjoy it is on my inner corners, and that's just because of that kind of reddish undertone. It just catches the light weird on my inner corners, so I don't like it there, but overall I do enjoy it. But again, it's one of those things that's just like, I like it and I'm happy that I have it, but I'm not like itching to use it, and I don't know that I would miss it if I didn't have it. The next product is another thing that I do not have. I also immediately returned, and that is the Stila Calligraphy like lip stain pen. I mean, again, if you haven't seen my haul, go back and watch it right towards the very end. Skip if you want to, because now you've heard all the rest of my thoughts, and if you don't want to see it, literally just go watch the very end of that video and see what my lips looked like when I tried to remove the product when I was done filming, because it was fucking atrocious. Like, it is fucking 2023. It is basically relatively difficult these days to come across a makeup product that's genuinely just bad. Like, a lot of the stuff, like, again, I fucking hated that pore minimizing primer, but I can recognize that there's probably certain people that would work amazingly for. It just didn't work for me. Same with the foundation, honestly. I don't like it. I don't think it's very good, but I can recognize that there are definitely certain people that the formula would be perfect for. I don't think that there is a single soul on this fucking planet that would work for, and I do not understand how it got out of product development. Like, I genuinely do not get it. It has been so long since I have tried a makeup product that has been genuinely that fucking bad. Like, horrifically bad. With no caveats, no like, oh, someone could make it work this way, someone could do this. Like, there are no caveats to that product. There is no way to make it work. It was genuinely that fucking bad, and I am beside myself that product made it to market, honestly. Now, somehow I forgot to even talk about this product in my haul. I had bought it. So basically, actually, everything was purchased from Ulta. I had picked this product up from Walmart like a day before. And it was because it was there, and genuinely I was gonna get it from Ulta anyway, but it was cheaper from Walmart. So I just picked it up from Walmart because I was already fucking there. And I had put it away because obviously I bought that in store. So I had it in my hands while I had to wait for everything else to ship and arrive to me. That somehow in the process, I completely forgot that it existed. Like, I went to go do makeup a couple days later and I was like, oh my god, this product. So it is the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Pressed Powder. I am actually wearing this on my forehead, a little bit on my nose, and a little bit on my chin. It's just a really soft glow. This product is what I wanted the Hourglass like finishing veils to look like. Honestly, this is what I wanted. See, just like the softest amount of glow, like barely even fucking noticeable. It's not Thursday. Basically all that to say, I have been loving this. I love like kind of using it to accent like almost kind of cloud skin, just like very strategically placing where I have some glow on my skin to make my skin look a little bit more natural and everything like that. I love it. I'm happy to have that one. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly wrap this video up because I don't know how much longer they're gonna take, but that was my speed reviews from my haul that I did in July. So again, I'm still on a no buy. That was a sanctioned haul. I will be buying some new makeup maybe in like December, and I won't have another speed reviews until probably like February of next year. So hopefully you guys found this video interesting. Hopefully you guys learned something about some of these products. Comment down below and let me know about a product that you recently purchased. I would love to hear all about it. Please subscribe if you have not already. It would mean the world to me. Like this video, ring the bell, do all the things. I hope that you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!